So this is it. This is it. We've not seen each other since Dawn of Chaos 3. Me and you, Charles, have not been in the same place or within the same vicinity of each other. Sure, we've had events which we've both competed at, but we've been separate parts of the building all the time. Since the night you stole the Worldwide Wrestling Alliance World Heavyweight Championship, you ruined my personal life, which has led to a messy breakup for me and all that jazz. And the night we can say you really did become the living nightmare. Now you see, I took Justin Lupe's words to heart, especially off the disappointment of Gateway to Heaven. And while I have absolutely no issues with Dante Styles winning it because Dante Styles deserves it, he's a hell of a talent, it made me reflect, alongside Lupe's words, that if I don't bridge this gap between past me and present me, I can't go forward towards my future. And in a sense, it's the same with you. I mean, look at us. We both broke in thanks to Diana Rose. Thanks to Diana and Selena Rose, the Rose sisters, the siblings. One of them formerly known as Soul Reaper. Great friend to me. Career rival of yours. They broke us in. You were the face. I was the heel. I got asked to work with Sahaya's group for a gig, and it led to a feud over the Hidden Gem Championship over in WFS, which you were winning. You were the original champion. I cost you the belt to VPAC. It was just early days. We followed booking procedures, as you all know. TPGW, we had a feud over the Underground Internet Championship. Early days. And then came the first hurdle. And that first hurdle was the new scene. Adrian Klein, Lance Cassidy, Brett Haskins. And I want to put all three of them in the discussion because when we were breaking out in the CAW Champions League during Revolution, during, that, all going for the men's breakthrough championship, the new scene attacked me, they insulted you, and they attacked Reaper. Three of us, all together, getting beat up and getting our minds messed up. From there, we also had a heretic running around, which in UWL, that demon has caused more harm than good to both of us. I mean, look what it's done to your family. Look what it did to my brother. I mean, he still has an M in his stomach. And it almost broke me, did those combination of things. But it did break you. Pulse 50. You remember it good and well. As do I. Me and you were in the ring with Soul Reaper ready for a 6-person tag match. You were so angry with the new scene. You go to the floor, grab a baseball bat. Me and Reaper look at you, and you know what? I thought, go ahead and take their heads off. All of a sudden, you lay out Reaper, and then you bash my brains in with that signature baseball bat of yours. Because it has become a symbol of you. And then that led to our first blood feud. That led to me and you attacking each other show by show in CCL, but other places, no matter what arena it was on site. And then that led to Forsaken, where me and you, Charles, we beat the living fuck out of each other under deathmatch rules for over an hour. The longest match in CCL history, one of the longest matches in Virtual Wrestling United history. And we have the scars to prove it, and we can't take back the damage that caused from us that night. And although I won on that night, let's be honest, we both lost. Because I didn't know what had caused your change originally. That night we found out. Enter your brother, enter Azrael. You kept your family to me close to the chest. I knew about Mikasa, I knew about Alicia. Hell, I've always been friends with Mikasa. Tia I'm friendly with. Alicia, well, not anymore currently, but was always friendly with. I didn't know about your brother, and then of course we didn't know about Azrael. You kept that close to your chest. We all have secrets we keep close to our chest. Because we try to protect those close around us. I didn't know that your brother was causing that. Causing that grief, causing that downward spiral you went on. And you were pried on by people over it. I mean, case in point, Rollins. CCW. Rollins used you to get to me. And my brother. And I've never liked Seth, but let's be honest, he probably regrets that same thing, because that'd be like using, you know, his wife Becky. If we're just talking deep about it, Charles. The thing is, when we found out about Alex, I made it an immediate course of action to go after Alex for you. Because we broke into this business together. I consider you my brother in arms. Like fucking hell, Charles. There are some people within this industry I consider brothers and sisters in arms. I consider friends. And this is pulling back the curtain, pulling back that. I have all the respect in the world for Jason Brown. Feedback, I might grief the shit out of him. I have all the respect in the world for a Heart Gold champion. I'm so happy for that guy. Jackpot gave me a huge career break in Madhouse Entertainment. Love him. Sahaya, yes, can drag me up a wall. I've power drove him in the middle of this ring. Still respect him as a businessman. Respect him as a human being. Respect him, you know, for what his mind within Virtual Wrestling United. D-Wall's a mad scientist. Yes, we butt heads with WWE and DCA. Quite a fucking lot. Tons of respect for him. Like, I have respect for those people. Sly Cooper, I consider a brother back there. Travis Touchdown, I consider a brother back there. Jamal, I needn't say more. That man will look out for you if you look out for him. He's one of the truest guys within this industry. But above all of them, I consider you my main brother. Because you're the guy who I broke into this industry with. Legit. Thanks to the Rose siblings. You're the guy, Charles. You're that guy. Thanks to the Roses, thanks to the MTBs. You're him. That's why I helped you on the road to Prestige 4. Because what Alex did was fucking wrong. That's why we had the fucking rat, Gnarly, who's made both of her lives a living hell. He's tried to put me out of business and he's tried to always ruin your family life. Gnarly is nothing more than a shit stain on humanity, and I think everyone here would agree with that. So I helped take out Draven, and Draven, breaking into the business, should have known better to trust that rat. But we all do things we will question in future life to break into the business. I mean, I've just explained what I did with Sahaya. So I can't really call Draven out for that. The Azrael problem, I fought him, you fought him. And your brother, back at Prestige 4, you fought to a bloody war. Back in that Brothers Keeper street fight. And that match damaged your brother. And I don't know if it's guilt, Charles, from you personally. Because we saw what your brother did after that. willingly giving himself up to the heretic. And let me be clear. Alex, you may have been shunned, you may have been desperate, you may have been shut out. That's between you, Charles, and Alex. Like, those are some of the reasons I can only guess why it led to what it led between you both. But beyond that, when he sold out to that fucking demon, which will be back one day, there's no doubt about it in my mind, that demon will be back. But I know it's not my kill. And as much as you may think it might be fitting to be your kill, Charles, it's not. That's Jeremy Paisley's kill for being the first host and being the first victim before any of us. That's Paisley's kill to make. But it was thanks to that demon that led to me going to war to Prestige 5 and almost getting killed in the Night 1 main event. And it was during that time, Charles, well, yes, you were the Hell's Gambit champion and you had what goes down in VWU as the greatest Hell's Gambit title reign in history. It's not even for debate how great you were as champion. And that's a credit to you. Because every challenger, every type of match, when they came up to you, you put them down. The only thing what stopped you was an old connection in Madhouse. And being someone who could prey on you. That being the Batman who laughs. Now, when we employed the Bat in WWE, and this is going to be behind the scenes here, folks, so bear with me. When we employed the Bat in WWE, we gave all sorts of rogues, all sorts of crazy, all sorts of people looking for second chances, looking for breakouts, when we scout for talent, we are looking for people who we think deserve, to be up there. And the Bat, as much as we all despise him, is the perfect villain. Is the perfect villain. The sadism of the Joker, the smarts of Bruce Wayne. During that period, when I said about Alex causing you to lose it, another creature that took advantage of you was the Batman who laughs. And I didn't step in when I should have. That's on me. What I did step in to do was give you a chance to break free of it, not realising the damage was already done. Because that's when I made the last man in hell between you and the Bat. I made that match to make sure that you wouldn't descend. Little knowing, Charles, that, let's be honest, you had already begun your descent into madness. And that descent into madness wasn't caused by me, it wasn't... Well, actually it was caused by me. What am I fucking kidding? That descent into madness wasn't caused deliberately, it was caused and succeeded by the Bat. And at Endgame, you and the Bat killed each other in that ring. That night I was busy dealing with Krauser and the fucking joy that brought. And pain it brought for me because, good God, I remember the scars I had that night. That night left us both scarred. And for that, I'm sorry. I should have stepped in with a Bat. But you waited a whole year. I mean, at Dawn of Chaos again, Dawn of Chaos 2, when the Heretic showed up and tried to kill you, I saved you that night. But just knowing that the war would never be over. Which it wasn't. It wasn't over and it never would be over. Between the Bat and you, and let's be honest, between me and the Thing. And then Flashpoint happened. Flashpoint of last season happened and the Bat called you out again for yet another mind game. Because you have been frustrated, like me. I mean, it's well known. I'm probably the most frustrated piece of shit human being, or whether you find me to be a piece of shit, whether you find me to be someone you love, someone you just fucking despise. It's been well known that I've been hunting a world title. I've been screwed out of a world title more times than I can count. And you know what? Some of it's me own doing. But yeah, I've sometimes taken blame and put it on others. Justifiably sometimes unjustifiably. I've never gotten over the scar of Proving Ground 7. But it's one of those where, in a sense, we all make our own justification, Charles. And then you take what happened, Charles, after the Bat had beat you in that match. It was a final stop towards Endgame. The Bat goes on to win the World Heavyweight title at Endgame of Raimundo. And then that night, it had started in UWL, and let me be clear, Carmen Cortez is no saint. Carmen Cortez is no saint, and I've had my disagreements with Carmen, and I know you have, and to be honest, I don't know if you'll be satisfied, Charles, until either me and Carmen are both in the ground. I don't know that. That's for you to answer to me, or you to keep close to your chest. That's for you to choose, man. But it had started when you had done what you did to Claudio, which shot me. But I didn't intervene then. I was like, what the fuck is going on with you? But I still thought I could trust you. And then that night you almost cost me my career. Which would have been, to be fair, considering how I failed you, maybe the ultimate penance on me. It may have been, you in your own mind, Charles, to be fair, justified. And the fans may not agree with it, but if I'm taking it off your motives, you're more than justified, considering what I've put you through. I mean, I've put you through this, and yet... And yet, it's why Lupe is right. It's like, I don't find, you know, where I've gone wrong too easy. I don't find where I've fucked up. And it's why Lupe's justified and why you're justified in what you've done to me. And that's why we're here now. Because I didn't want to go through this again. Because Forsaken beat the hell out of me. And I still hold memories of that. And I fucking said to you, after Prestige 4, the next time we meet, it will be for the Virtual Wrestling United World title in the main event of a fucking Prestige. I said that to you, man to man. Because that's what brothers are. We were always going to go to the top to fucking together. And now there's this divide. Now there's this divide. And I need to clear up my past. I need to know what happens here, Charles. Because, yes, it's tearing me apart. See what it's done. It's tearing me apart more, Charles. What's happening to your fucking daughter, Mikasa, man? Like, if you need, Charles, and I'm going to say this to you right now. If you need to fucking Take me out. Take me out. Do it now. Do it now. Because you know, before we had this meeting, I got the clause lifted up off the VWU board. If you need to do it, Charles, please do it now. Take me out. Whether it's ending my career or not. Because you know what? Yes, I'll look back on my career and I'll have regrets. But if it's what I need to do to set my fucking brother free, then do it. Just do it. I mean, fucking hell, people always say I want to be the fucking martyr. I'll be the fucking martyr. I've never shied a fucking way from it. So, if that's what you need, Charles, do it now. Are you my brother? Are you the nightmare? Show me.
Charles, he poured his heart out to you.
No. He poured blood.